Hey everyone, this is Algo Conqueror. Welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing great. Today we are going to discuss the problem pair with a given difference. In the previous video, we have discussed the problem pair with a given sum. We just have to tell whether the pair of a given sum exists in the array or not. In this problem, we have to tell whether a pair exists of a given difference. So the problem goes like this: given an 1D unsorted array, you are also given an integer b. Find if there exists a pair of elements in the array whose difference is b. So I have clarified a little thing here, that if you take two elements x1 x2, if x1 is greater than x2 from the array, then the difference will be greater than 0, right? So the absolute value of the difference is anyhow greater than 0. So x1 and x2 will form a valid pair. And if x1 is less than x2, then the difference becomes negative and x2 minus x1 will be positive. So x2 comma x1 is also a valid pair. x1 minus x2 is negative, but x2 minus x1 is positive, right? So what I'm trying to say here is, we just have to take the absolute value of this b. We don't have absolute value of that b. We don't have to care about the sign. That's the first clarification. Now let's come to the brute force way as usual. Brute force. How do you solve this problem in a brute force way? Yeah, you run two loops for I1 loop, for J1 loop, and you check whether the pair ij has a difference of b. The difference of ij is b or not. You check whether it's b, and if it's b, then you will return true. If any pair has a difference of b, then you will return true. After all the iterations, even after all the iterations, you could not find any pair, then you will return false. This is the brute force way. I am not willing to write the code, as you guys already know it. The time complexity of this is big of n square. Now the interviewer will not be satisfied with this, so we are going to optimize this. So how did we optimize the previous problem? Yes, we used two-pointer approach. The same thing we are going to do here. The only thing is how. That's the question. So I'm going to show you the array. Just wait a minute. Yeah, here's the array. Here's a given array. Let's assume it's sorted. The array is unsorted, but we will sort it so that we can apply two-pointer approach on that array. So if you are going to apply two-pointer, where are you going to place the pointers? We have two options, right? One option is you place the left pointer towards the first element in the array, and place the right pointer to the rightmost element in the array. This is the first way of placing the pointers, and I'm going to show you the next way. I can also place the two pointers in the beginning itself. Yes. So these are the two ways in which we can put the pointers. Now let's look at this way. The difference will be maximum in this case. The difference between the pointers will be maximum in this case because the array is sorted. We are looking for a difference of B. Now, if the difference between the pointers is greater than B, difference greater than B, which pointer will you move? Yes, you can move either this or this to minimize the difference. To minimize the difference, you will move either this or this. The decision is not clear in this case, right? If the difference is less than B, what are you going to do? If the difference is less than B, you are never going to find the solution, because if you move this pointer towards right, the difference is going to still reduce. If you move this pointer towards left, it's still going to reduce. So you can't ever increase this. So placing the pointers like this is not a good choice. Now let's look at this case. We have the first pointer in the first element, the second pointer pointing to the second element. The difference will be something. If the difference x, let's take the difference x, is greater than b. Let's first take x less than b. Which pointer are you going to move and to which direction? If the current difference is less than b, what will you do? You will try to increase the difference so that it becomes equal to b. In order to increase the difference, which pointer should you move? This whole part of the array is unexplored part, and you have to move the pointers in that direction. And for this case, the unexplored part is this. So you have to move the pointers towards the unexplored part, not in the opposite direction of the unexplored part. So if you move this pointer towards right, the difference is going to increase. That's what we want, right? If the current difference is less than b, we will have to increase the difference. So I should move the right pointer towards right. This decision is clear. If, let's say, just give me a minute. If I have two pointers here, one pointer is here and the other pointer is here, the current difference x is greater than b. What should I do? I must try to reduce the difference. In order to reduce the difference, what will I do? Will I move the right pointer towards right? It will make the situation worse because the difference is going to increase. We are trying to minimize the difference. If I move this pointer towards right, will the difference be minimized? Yes, right? So if you move this pointer towards right, the difference is minimized. So the decisions are pretty clear here compared to this case. So we'll prefer to put the pointers in the beginning of the array. So what are we going to do? You will calculate the current difference. If it is less than b, you will move the right pointer towards right. If it is greater than b, you will move the left pointer towards right. This is how the approach looks like. Would you want me to dry run this? I think I will. Yeah, let's take this array 2, 3, 5, 10, 50, 80. Let's take, I want the difference to be, let's say 8. I want the difference 8. I have to tell whether a pair exists of difference 8. I'm taking 2 pointers. Where should we take the pointers? Here, right? Now, what is the current difference? The absolute difference. Current difference is 1, which is less than 8. What should we do if the difference is less than 8? you will move the right pointer towards right. Now that's what I'm doing. I have moved this pointer towards right. Now again calculate the x. Now the x becomes 3. Is 3 less than 8? Yes, it is. So what should we do? We have to again move the right pointer towards right. Yes, I have moved the right pointer towards right again. Now we have got the difference. X is becoming 8, which is equal to 8. So we will return true. Let's say if we wanted a difference of 7, if we wanted a difference of 7, how will this run? I'll try to show you that. If we want 7 difference, you put the pointers here. Now the difference x is 1, which is less than 8. You move this pointer. Now the difference is 3, which is less than 8. Now again you will move that pointer. Now it is 8. Sorry, I am comparing it with 8. Actually, I should compare it with 7, as the value of b is 7. Sorry for that. Now the current difference has become 8, which is greater than 7. So what should I do? I should move the left pointer, right? If I move the left pointer, now I have got the answer. The current difference becomes equal to 7. I will return true. This is the approach. Let's look at the code. So for applying 2-pointer approach, you have to sort the array. First, I am taking 2 pointers, I and j. I is pointing to the first element and j is pointing to the second element in the array. As I mentioned in the explanation, that we have to take the absolute difference, and I am taking the absolute value of the given difference. Now I am running a loop until the rightmost pointer is less than, until the rightmost pointer reaches the end of the array, and this is the current difference. If the current difference is less than b, what should we do? We'll move the right pointer. That's what I'm doing. If the current difference is greater than b, we'll move the left pointer. Now sometimes these 2 pointers are going to collide, and in that case, what should you do? If the 2 pointers collide, you will just move the right pointer so that they won't collide. That's what I'm doing here. Else, this else case is for when the difference becomes equal to b. Then in that case we will return true or 1 directly. And even after running the whole loop, if we could not find the difference of b, we are going to return 0 finally. This is the code, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do share and subscribe and comment in the section below. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you.